head of state so bold, he fired corrupt officials on the spot with a single phrase, with immediate effect. A leader so fearless, he refused bodyguards, armored cars, or motorcades. And yet, in less than 200 days, his revolution ended in a hail of bullets on a Friday the 13th. This is the story of Murtala Ramat Muhammed, a soldier, reformer, folk hero whose short but fiery rule changed Nigeria forever. Murtala Ramat Muhammed, born Murtala Rufai Yusuf on November 8, 1938, in Kano, from a respected Hausa Fulani Muslim family. His father Riskwa, a customs officer, his mother Uwani, from a line of Islamic scholars. He grew up disciplined, conservative, and ambitious. At Barowa College Zaria, he excelled in books, sports, and leadership. In 1959, at just 20, he joined the Nigerian army, training first at Kaduna, then at Sandhurst, UK. By 1961, he was a second lieutenant. Early on, he saw action in the Congo crisis, a UN mission where he witnessed colonial interference, corruption, and brutal war. It left a mark, and this made Murtala despised both weak leadership and foreign meddling. By 1965, he was captain in Lagos, but Nigeria was boiling ethnic rivalries, corruption, and instability. Then came January 1966, a coup by mostly Igbo officers. Prime Minister Balewa and Northern Premier Ahmadu Bello, both men Murtala revered, were killed. Igbo General Agui Ironsi took power. The North seethed with anger. To them, it looked like ethnic bias, even conspiracy. On July 29, 1966, Northern officers struck back. Murtala, now a major, played a key role in Lagos, storming barracks and coordinating assassinations. Ironsi and his Yoruba host, Colonel Adekunle Fajuyi, were killed. Murtala's fingerprints were everywhere. He rose fast, promoted to lieutenant colonel and then inspector of signals. But his ruthlessness and the anti-Igbo pogroms that followed gave him a hard reputation. By 1967, the eastern region declared independence as Biafra. War began. Murtala, now a full colonel, led the 2nd Division. His march into the Midwest was brutal, advancing to Onitsha, leaving destruction in his wake. In Asaba, October 1967, tragedy struck. His troops massacred hundreds of civilians, mostly men and boys. Over 700 dead. To this day, the Asaba massacre haunts his legacy. Yet, he denied ordering it, blaming rogue elements. Still, he pressed on, captured strongholds like Port Harcourt, eventually transferred to the 2nd Division under Obasanjo. His relentless campaigns helped starve Biafra into surrender in January 1970. Publicly, he preached reconciliation, rehabilitation, and reconstruction. Privately, he was haunted by the war's bloodshed and angry at Gowon's refusal to hand power to civilians as promised. By 1971, at just 33, Murtala was one of Nigeria's youngest major generals. In 1974, Gowon made him Federal Commissioner for Communications. He modernized telecoms, but he clashed with Gowon's regime on corruption, waste, and broken promises. By 1975, discontent was boiling. Gowon, at an OAU summit in Kampala, was quietly toppled in a coup. On July 29, 1975, exactly 9 years after the Counter-Coup, Murtala flown back secretly from London and was named head of state. He was just 36 years old. Murtala's time in power was brief, just 200 days, but those 200 days shook Nigeria to its core. He ruled with a style that was swift, fearless, and uncompromising. His favorite phrase, "with immediate effect," became both a command and a symbol of his urgency to change the nation. One of his first acts was a massive purge of the civil service. In a single sweep, over 10,000 officials were dismissed. Governors, generals, permanent secretaries, even close allies of Gowon. To the public, it was justice. To the elite, it was a declaration of war. He nationalized British petroleum and moved against foreign banks, insisting that Nigeria's wealth should serve Nigerians. He brought universities and major newspapers under federal control, breaking the grip of regional powers. Then, on February 3, 1976, he redrew the map of Nigeria by creating 7 new states, which were Bauchi, Benue, Borno, Imo, Niger, Ogun, and Ondo, diluting old regional loyalties and giving minorities a stronger voice. He launched an ambitious green revolution to tackle food shortages. And perhaps most visionary of all, he announced that Nigeria's capital would move from overcrowded Lagos to the center of the country, Abuja, a city that would one day stand as his lasting monument. On the world stage, he was just as bold. He recognized Angola's MPLA government at a time when the West opposed it. He stood firm against apartheid South Africans, and he ordered the expulsion of over 1 million immigrants, mostly Ghanaians, arguing that Nigerians must come first in their own land. At home, ordinary people adored him. His radio addresses, opening with "Fellow Nigerians," carried a conviction that electrified the country. But behind the admiration, enemies gathered. His sweeping purge had cut deep. Powerful generals, angry elites, and foreign interests saw him as a threat. His independence, the very quality that made him beloved, also made him a target. Intelligence warned him there were plots, but Murtala ignored them. He refused armored cars, traveled with only one aide, his ADC 24-year-old Lieutenant Akintunde Akinzehinwa. On Friday, February 13, 1976, around 8 a.m., Murtala left home in Ikoyi, heading to Dodan Barracks. Traffic stalled his black Mercedes near the Federal Secretariat. Suddenly, an ambush. Soldiers emerged, led by Lieutenant Colonel Bukasuka Dimka, a northern officer, once Murtala's ally in 1966. A hail of bullets tore through the car. Murtala and his ADC were killed instantly. Akinzehinwa reportedly fired back before falling. The Mercedes, riddled with holes, became a national relic still displayed today in Lagos. Moments later, Nigerians heard a voice on radio. "Good morning, fellow Nigerians. This is Lieutenant Colonel B. Dimka of the Nigerian Army calling." He accused Murtala of corruption, maladministration, arrest without trial, declared a curfew, tried to seize power. But the coup was sloppy. Obasanjo, Danjuma, and loyalists struck back. Radio stations retaken, soldiers rallied, and within hours, Dimka's plan 1979, but suspicions lingered. Who really ordered the hit? Officially, Dimka acted out of personal grudges, but questions remain. Did Gowon, from exile, secretly support him? Was it rival officers angry over purges and Murtala's refusal to share power? Foreign hands like CIA, Britain, and apartheid South Africans all whispered to be involved. Or was it simply negligence that Murtala ignored warnings and his enemies struck when he was most exposed? To this day, the full truth has never surfaced. Files remain sealed. Murtala was just 37 when he died, the youngest Nigerian head of state, gone too soon. Millions wept. His funeral drew global leaders. His name lives on, found on the 20 naira note, Murtala Muhammed International Airport, bridge and streets. His vision for Abuja became reality in 1991. His anti-corruption fire still inspires. Yet many say Nigeria never fully recovered from losing him. He left behind his wife, a joke, and his children. To ordinary Nigerians, Murtala remains a folk hero. To historians, a paradox. A ruthless war commander who became a people's champion. In just 200 days, he burned bright and fast, changing Nigeria's course forever. But his death left an open wound, a mystery unsolved. Murtala Ramat Muhammed, the soldier who lived for immediate effect and died just as swiftly. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to Adiza Baba, hit like, share it, and keep Murtala Muhammed fire alive.